House of the Dragon, Episode 6 was an absolute banger. And before I jump into it, I just want to give a heads up. There will be spoilers ahead, so if you do not want to be spoiled, go ahead and click away now and come back after you've watched the episode because it was fantastic. I got my little cheat sheet here, so with that being said, we're going to just jump right into it. So, at the start of the episode, we start with Criston Cole. He encounters a little small encampment, basically, where it looks like a battle had taken place. This was an ambush set up to attack Criston Cole and his men. Criston Cole defeats the initial wave of this ambush, only to then be surrounded by an army that far exceeds his numbers. This was awesome because in the last episode you got that good speech from him. It was epic. He talked about how, he will have this final battle. He knows he is marching to his certain death, and he will have this glorious triumphant battle where he falls on his shield, basically, and songs will be sung about him and stories will be told. And none of that is going to happen. It was actually so epic to counter that epicness by making his death somewhat meaningless. There will be no songs sung. There will be no stories told. He is standing there. He's wrapping his sword with Alicent's handkerchief, and it ends with him getting shot before he can even engage in this epic final battle. He gets shot twice in the side, once right through the cheek. It was insane. I actually loved it. I thought that was cool to kind of steal that moment from him because he had this vision of grandeur in his head where he was going to go out on his shield and have this big epic battle, and they would tell songs and sing songs about him and of his glory. Dude, none of that happened. And I think there'll be two camps for this particular scene where people will think that the scene was cheapened and he was robbed, and there should have been a big epic battle where, he did, fall on his sword, basically go out in a blaze of glory. Not me. I am in the other camp. I think this was fantastic to kind of rob him of that glory, to kind of take this epic moment from him. I thought that counter epicness itself was actually more epic, that he envisioned this great battle, and yet he is just mowed down. He was outsmarted at every turn along the way with the Rivermen and the Winter Wolves, and they were just stomping him. And their strategy was better. And they even used some of his own techniques against him, where they were trying to do guerrilla warfare. And now it had turned on him. This was awesome. This was awesome. You just see it in this opening scene. He's getting ready when he's wrapping that handkerchief, and you're after the last episode, you're oh man, it's gonna go down. Soup, soup, soup. Oh, dude, it was so cool. It was so cool. I really loved it. That was a great start to what was a fantastic episode. Later down the line, you're seeing more tensions between Alicent and Rhaenyra, and Alicent just wanting to protect Helena and do whatever she could, and then Rhaenyra being upset with her and saying, have you not seen my mercy that I'm trying to show towards you, and this grace that I'm giving you, and basically, would you have afforded me the same thing in return? And all this kind of started because of Alicent, in my opinion. And from the first season and everything, and all this stuff has culminated here to this moment. And it's weird because there's still these tensions. I would think Rhaenyra would just kill her, but I guess because they had this friendship in their youth, and she doesn't want to be cruel to her. I don't know. But if I was Rhaenyra, I'm killing her. I'm killing the whole line. I'm killing her daughter. I'm killing the fucking kids. Everybody, they're all gonna get it. But no, it's crazy. She's trying her best to make deals with Alicent, so later at the very end you see her send Alicent out to find Aemond, and this is weird to me. I don't know why she would first send her, which is one of her greatest bargaining chips at this point, to go out and find her son, who is one of the biggest threats to her at this point in time, even without his dragon. It's crazy to me, because what if those two link up and then they start to strengthen their numbers? It's crazy. Alicent is cunning. I may hate her, but man, she is crafty. She is cunning. She's pretty ruthless at times. I wouldn't put it past her to find some way to like bolster Aemond and get the realm behind him to attack Rhaenyra. I think Rhaenyra is making a huge mistake with this, but a fantastic storyline. I can't wait to see where the story thread goes. I'm psyched with it. I'm enjoying that. That was good. Also, we have Daemon. He took a real big backseat in this particular episode. Didn't get a lot of screen time. When he was there, it's typical Daemon. He's killing it. He's awesome. Just on camera, this dude has such a presence. And when he is in these episodes, it's like the high points of the episode. He's fantastic. So in this one, he is still hunting for the killers of the Gold Cloaks. And he's even gone so far as to disguise himself, not really disguise, but to don the attire of a gold cloak to walk the streets. But before he takes up the gold cloak attire, other gold cloaks are starting to resign. I think most of, if not all of the gold cloaks have resigned due to the fact that they are fearing for their life. There is no like progress being made on who is doing all these killings, and everything that is like, you know, starting to like stockpile. They're not getting paid. They're being hunted. This one guy talks about, you know, my loyalty is to the queen, but first it must be to my family. I can't have them die penniless and fatherless. So he turns in his gold cloak, and Daemon's pissed. He's just like, you know, you're abandoning your oath. And it was awesome. It was fantastic. What a good part of the story. However brief it may have been, that was good. That was an impactful, powerful moment. I really liked that. Now he's basically of the mindset, it's like, hey, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. So he dons the attire. He's going to avenge his friend. He's going to find out who's committing these killings. He lures out one of the killers, and the killers talks about how, like, the people who are committing these crimes, who are like these attacks against the Queen and Rhaenyra and Daemon and the Gold Cloaks, they're numberless. You can't count their number. They have no sigil. They are the people of the realms, and they will always rise up against what they perceive to be as tyranny and injustice. And it's like Ormond is playing a big part in this, and it's so crazy. Ormond's influence seems to run so deep within this season. It is so awesome how they have basically set him up to be the main villain of this particular season. It's fantastic. So well done. What a great job. He winds up killing the one guy, but he now, I think, realizes that, you know, this will be kind of fruitless if he doesn't find a way to really get to the core of the issue. I think they're going to have to wind up having Daemon engage Ormond, or one of the dragon riders engage Ormond, because this is getting out of hand. They have to do something. It is insane. It's wild. I absolutely love it. We'll come back to that, because next I want to talk about the witch. So the witch and Aemond are like, they're still together. She's still, I guess, kind of tending to him. You can see now she has, you know, visions of power. She wants to unite with Daemon. She wants to start a family. She wants to raise children and become powerful. So it seems like her quest is for power and control of some sort. So she's kind of like, you know, I guess partnering up with Aemond if possible. You can see her kind of manipulating him and swaying him to do these things. So we'll see where that story thread leads. I'm liking it. I'm very curious to find out what's going to happen next. Will Aemond allow himself to be a puppet to the witch, or will he completely turn on her and just kill her like probably Daemon should have done? But it's so good. Her character is fantastic. The power, the creepiness about her, the cunning, the craftiness, the manipulative nature. She is awesome. She is fantastic on screen, and I love her storylines. So I'm excited to see where this one goes. My guess is she is going to get killed by Aemond by pushing too far at the wrong moments. I think it'll be if Alicent gets back together with her son Aemond, Alicent will kind of twist and turn Aemond against the witch. That's my prediction. I have no idea. It may work in the complete opposite way. I don't know. But I am so psyched to see where this one leads. We got 2 more episodes left, and I'm so curious. I can't wait. Going back, talking about Ormond and this time Rhaenyra, they continue to wage war against each other. It's this like small battles, these like these chess moves that are being set up against each other, where you have Ormond is still in Tumbleton. He is like, just hunkered down there. Rhaenyra is trying to find a way to free the town from his rule and his control without killing her subjects who have been loyal to her cause. So she sends in a Baratheon team who has come to like meet with her. Basically, they're like an envoy. She's tried to turn them into assassins. So she sends them reeking into the chambers of Ormond to meet under this false pretense that the Baratheons will pledge their allegiance to the High Towers and the new King Daemon. And oh, it's so good. It's so good because you see him like visibly sick and visibly just discomforted by the fact that there's this putrid smell, and Rhaenyra is using that against him. It was so good. I thought that was a nice touch, a good dig at him. But the plot was discovered. They wound up foiling the plot to kill Ormond and the king, or the supposed king that Ormond's raising up in Daemon Targaryen. It was awesome. So to retaliate, later in the episode, Ormond sends his men to kill Corlys. And you close out the scene with what looks like that is what's happening. It is not confirmed yet, but it seems like they're either detaining him or they've killed him. I think what's happening is they're detaining him. They're roughing him up. They're going to use him as bait to lure Rhaenyra out, which in turn will, I think, then lure out Alan and Adam. And I think this is going to culminate into an epic battle at like Tumbleton. It's so good. It's so good. One of the dragon riders, Sir Hugh, he goes to reunite with his wife. She refuses to go with him. There's like this, I don't know, this conflict between them. They're at odds. She said that, she never, needed or wanted him to be a dragon rider, that she would have been happy with him just being with her. And then he did that all because he wanted a better life for her and his family. It was crazy. So I'm thinking Sir Hugh is going to play a ginormous role in this upcoming battle, in this standoff at Tumbleton. I can't wait. This has all been, basically this whole season has been leading up to this giant showdown, and I'm so excited for it. I hope it lasts the last 2 episodes. I hope it's just this super crazy final 2 episodes of season 3 where it's just this fucking awesome battle at Tumbleton. I can't wait. I'm so psyched. I'm hyped for it. It was such a good episode. Such a good episode. Those were all my notes. I can't get over how amazing this episode was. A huge fan of it. Episode 6. Big fan. I really enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about episode 6 in the comments below, and what you think might be getting ready to happen in episode 7 and 8. But as far as that goes, guys, that was my review for episode 6 of House of the Dragon. I absolutely loved it, and I encourage you to check it out if you haven't already. But yeah, guys, I will catch you on the next one for the episode 7 review. Peace.